So I wanted to make this video for people that are thinking about moving into recruitment. Now, judging by the title, it's going to be, what skills you seem to possess, or what you need to possess in terms of, becoming a recruitment consultant. So if you're thinking, oh, I may or may not have what it takes, or I might not have, the professional experience around it, I'm going to list a few skills. Now, I read up on this just to give me some ideas and see if, many people know what they're talking about. And one of the things that come up is teamwork. Now, I don't care what anyone says, there's not really much teamwork in becoming a recruitment consultant. So you can forget that one. Obviously there's some elements in the team that you have to be, I'm not saying be horrible to your team. But yeah, there's not really much. It's very independent sort of role. So if you like just putting your head down and working, and obviously if you're good at it, you can do very well. So I'm going to list a few points. No particular order. If you've got any of these, definitely go for it. If you've got all or majority of these, I think it could be the right role for you. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting into recruitment, number one skill is definitely 100% categorically sales. Now, the reason I say this, and people disagree with me, they don't know what they're talking about. I had someone that was a marketing person saying, oh, recruitment consultants aren't salespeople, they're service people. So why don't we change our name to, when you open a balance sheet of a company, you don't put service figure on the amount of money you've made. So it's definitely 100% a sales job. And the best recruitment consultants are good at business development. So they're good at acquiring the clients, bringing the clients on. That's what makes you most of the money. If you can get some accounts or, clients you're working with and recruit for them, the more you can get on, the more money you make. So it's 100% a sales job. Now, there are different types of recruiters, or different positions where they're called 180, which is, you just work on the candidate side and the company you're working for give you lots of jobs to work on. So they've already got pre-existing relationships and there's not really much. The other side is a 360 where you bring on the clients and you also find the candidates. Now, a lot of people prefer the 180, but majority, 99% of the jobs out there are 360 positions. Most of the ones that are recruitment consultants, at some time you will have to do what's called business development or the sales calls and emails. So if you're comfortable on the phone, as well, which will bring me to my second point, it's a phone-based position. So employers like if you've had, high volumes of calls, if you worked as a customer service or in a contact center, they will definitely favor that because, you're comfortable on the phone. If you've had some sort of telesales experience, 100% they love that, especially for the entry level roles. There's something about telemarketing that's pretty similar to recruitment consulting. Although it's business to business, if you've had that as well, huge advantage for you. So if you are thinking of getting into recruitment and you've had some sales experience, telemarketing, depending on what you're selling, isn't great commission, but you'll be amazed at the amount of few calls here and there, and you can actually drum up, 100k contract very easily. It's been done, and it's been done by myself, and I haven't really seen many people do it, but I know that's people have done it that I haven't worked with. So these are the sort of skills you want. So just to reiterate, customer service, sales experience, and someone that's very confident as well, because a lot of the time, a lot of companies, especially if they're working on a local market, you'll definitely be able to go out and meet customers, clients, as well presented. So you're going to be representing the company. And as funny as it is and as sad as it is, people judge you as soon as they see you. So you want to be well presented. As a recruitment consultant, there's a lot of jokes going around that we all wear three-piece suits. I mean, a lot of companies are starting to dress down, but if you're working in the city or you're meeting clients, you'll always be in a suit anyway. So someone that's well presented, and these are another points that, companies will pick up on depending on this sort of industry. I mean, if you're recruiting for IT, it tends to be more relaxed if you're not in the city. But if you're recruiting for finance roles or, high-end sort of executive positions, chances are you won't be, or you'll be wearing a suit. So it brings me to, next sort of points. Driving. If you drive, it's going to be an advantage. So if you don't have that on your CV, definitely start to list it on your CV. Put it down on there, because companies will look at it as you can get to work. I mean, if you don't have you're not a driver on your CV, no matter what job you're going for, you should put that on because employers will see, okay, he's a bit far out, but he can get to me in half an hour. Some parts of the job you will be driving around as well as a recruiter, so definitely put that on your CV so employers know that. Judging by that, there's not really too much around that. I mean, it's very vague. I said confidence, well presented. Those are sort of things that come across well in an interview, and you can actually demonstrate it. So I would say that's about 5 points. I mean, there's a hell of a lot more. Organization skills, if you've got computer literacy, but most people have that nowadays, so it's not really a standout point. I would definitely say customer service, telesales are really, really sought after skills. And yeah, if you've had that and you've done some selling before, I mean, the only other point to touch on is a degree, which is relevant to what the company are actually recruiting for. So if you have that, definitely apply for companies that are recruiting for finance positions and you've got a finance accountancy management degree. Definitely put that down and yeah, apply for those companies. So hope this helps, and they're the required skills you need to become a recruitment consultant.